Hey, it's Dead Guy Cardboard. Um, yeah, I just wanted to kind of comment on the current state of the hobby with this virus going around. Well, I guess before I get into that, I just, definitely want to remind people, how potentially serious this virus is. I think a lot of people, they just figure that I'm young and healthy. This won't kill me or really affect me. I'll just get a cold or just a minor flu. The bigger concern is who you expose it to. And it's not just older people. It's people that have compromised immune systems that you wouldn't even know they have compromised immune systems. I mean, they might be diabetic or have Crohn's disease and are taking medication that makes them have a compromised immune system. So you just never know. So I think the key is just really keep yourself quarantined for a bit, and you wash your hands and cough on your shoulder. But definitely a strange time, considering that the entire globe is basically shut down. So what does this all mean for the hobby? I think it's interesting. I think if this keeps lasting more than a couple weeks, if it just goes into like another month or 2 months of the essentially United States shut down and most businesses are shut down, it's going to definitely drastically affect the economy, and it could spark a recession. I mean, we've had such great highs for such a long time. A recession was kind of bound to happen eventually anyway. But maybe this is the catalyst for it. That's kind of worst case scenario, but it's a realistic thing, and a lot of people are going to be losing their jobs, and even if it's for a couple weeks, it's going to hurt the hobby in that people aren't going to be putting in their disposable income towards cards. They're going to be making up for money that they lost out on, and they're just also nervous because their 401ks are plummeting, and so yeah, I think we will see a softening of card prices, for better or for worse. I mean, I think right now, well, at least a couple weeks ago, card prices were just out of control high. I mean, I think these are largely pumped by Gary Vee and just this hype that's been building since 2015 about cards being an investment. So maybe with the card prices will flatten to, I don't think they're going to ever flatten to 2015 levels, but they could definitely go down. And I think not having any sports going on is not helping. Could definitely push back the Major League Baseball season, and other channels like Filmington have talked about this. This could really affect card prices of players that could have maybe broken some records. Like Ronald Acuna doing the 40-40 club. This could have been Miguel Cabrera's year to reach 3,000 hits and 500 home runs, but we don't know if that's going to happen because his prices, I think, could have exploded as a result of that this year. But who knows? I mean, maybe the MLB season's only pushed just a month or a couple weeks, and it makes you wonder what's going to happen with basketball cards. Basketball cards are the hottest thing in the market. They sell much better than baseball and football and hockey. Well, at least the modern basketball. I think vintage baseball definitely outsells vintage basketball. But yeah, that's it makes you wonder, could that affect LeBron's legacy? This is his chance potentially to dethrone Michael Jordan as the greatest basketball player of all time if he wins more championships. But if the season's canceled and he's getting older, maybe this is his only year to kind of reach that title. I mean, who knows? There's many what ifs. But I think the key is just, this will get better. And I don't think now's a good time to buy cards because I think they're just going to continue to get lower and lower. I mean, right now I think prices are relatively the same. They're definitely selling for a little bit lower, but I think a lot of these sold listings are from people that were putting money down initially in early auctions, and auctions closed in 7 days, and now you're seeing prices starting to drop from the most recent listings and buy it nows, because there will be a panic where people are going to try to sell their cards off. But I don't know, like there's other buying opportunities too, like in the stock market. Stock market's crashing big time. So there are some good buying opportunities there. Again, you just don't know when the floor is, when it's going to stop decreasing and start increasing the stock market. But honestly, I think the best thing to do right now is just hold on to your money and wait for the opportunities to come, and they will come. And the best thing to do is to save for things, because you never know if you're going to get laid off or going to need that money for other things, taking care of sick ones, etc. Anyway, now that I got over the bleak stuff, and it's not all going to be bleak. The world will come back, the economy will come back, and the hobby will come back. I think in many ways the hobby is still alive. I mean, people are still posting card videos. PSA might be shut down, and SGC and all the grading card companies, but there's a lot of things you can do now. You're in quarantine. You can go through your card collection and look at your cards and go through and really decide which ones you love. I mean, I don't like to stockpile tons of cards. I like to sell cards that kind of lose value, personal value to me, not necessarily monetary value. But I wanted to talk about something more uplifting. How about we go back to the 90s? I mean, who doesn't love the 90s? So I picked up this, I guess it's like a blaster pack. I don't know what you would call this. It's 8 Major Baseball cards inside. This is 1996 Circa. This is the first year for Rave. These were inserts or parallels out of 150. In 1996, these were tough pulls. It was 1 in every 3 hobby boxes, 1 in 60 packs. It says on the back here, 1 in 60 packs for a parallel set. Whereas in 1997 and 1998, 1999, Circa, I think they called it Thunder in 97, 1998. It was 1 in every hobby box, but this was a tough year. And actually in 1996, they tried to make this a premium product. It started out being $5 a pack. And then no one was buying it, so they lowered it to $2. And actually, this is like $2.75, so I don't know when this is priced, but I got it for roughly what it sold for back in 1996. Let's see what we get. The odds are pretty slim that I pull a Rave. Really anything, but that would be cool to open one up, though. Also crazy that looks like Tom Brady might go to Tampa Bay. I'll get some scissors for this. I honestly didn't expect him to go to Tampa Bay. I thought he might go to the Chargers because isn't he a California kid? But I guess he is old and getting ready to retire, so you go to Florida to do that. Ivan Rodriguez, base, survey card. I kind of love how just gaudy the design of this is. I mean, this is so 90s. It's like a trapper keeper. Jim Edmonds. No Rave. Well, hope everyone's doing well, washing their hands. Yeah, later.